Well, good morning. Good morning. It's going to be about 10 o'clock or something like that. I've got the girls in the studio with me today. I'm making myself a cup of coffee. Is that up too high? Probably. Okay, remember what I've been trying to tell you? Be kind to your animals, otherwise don't have them. You know, I brought them out with me. I got these dogs because I wanted to have company in the studio, and they're just fabulous. They're not too big. I don't trip over them, and they're tough enough. Rat Terriers have a history of a good history, breeding history, and they're tough dogs. And so I've got two of them, and then I know Jack's out in the yard wandering around, probably chasing squirrels. So if I put them outside, let's say I get tired of them in here, put them outside. And they're going to be fine during the day, right? Last night all of the coyotes were crazy around here. There must have been at least, with the way they were howling, there had to be at least a good dozen of them just in the neighborhood here, just howling over there, howling over here, packs of them. What Super Bowl? The Bears and the Colts. Andrew brought this mug back for me. Wow, that's great. Okay, casting today. Got the oven going. I showed you yesterday's video, the last video. Excuse me. About the oven. It's a Century Express 4 Paragon computer programming. I started it yesterday. When did I start it? At 6 o'clock in the evening. I had it turn on at midnight, and then it goes through its cycle. It's 10 o'clock in the morning now, so it's probably been going, I set it for about 5 hours of hold time at 1025. That's my go-to casting temperature. Did you notice? I went to the barber and jumped in front of a razor. Trimmed up, made myself look good again. Those dogs are just great. So I'm going to cut this one off now, and then I'm going to fire up another one. I'm going to show you the inside of the oven. Maybe I don't need to. Yeah, maybe I will. Okay. Okay. So I switched angles. You see, I got a little setup here. You know, and it doesn't get hot or anything like that. Where it's, you know, but it takes the burnt air outside. I got a little cap over it so the rainwater doesn't come back in. But okay, so okay, everything looks good. So nothing turned off. Don't, you know, remember what I said, you have a tendency to touch things. It's human nature. You just want to, don't touch any of this stuff. It's hot. It's 1,000 degrees. It doesn't look like it, but it's 1,025. But look at the nice, clean burnout. And those are all the sprues for all the MC pins. Okay, so I'm going to put that back like that and close that. And watch out for the dog bowl. I don't know what they're doing, dragging the dog bowl around. Okay, this is, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, a little bit of oil. Never heard anything on that, on the two little rods there. Okay, maybe what I should do for the casting then, I think this is not a great angle for casting, but I wanted to show you the oven, and I'm going to just bring out from there and kind of get things going. Okay, so we're set up for the casting angle. You know, I put a little bit of oil on the slide, right, and we got it wound up to 4 times, and you see the inside of the oven. So I want to do number 1. So let's get the crucible out. And don't panic if the door stays open for a second or two. It's not the end of the world. Okay, I showed you already how clean that was, the burnout cycle and everything. And you want to get this up there so the two of them, remember what I showed you, the two of them got to fit together. This is number 1, silver. Glasses, safety glasses. And dogs on the floor so you can trip on them. Huh. phosphoric acid. It absorbs the oxygen. Carbon stirring rod. Pull the stuff off, all the flux and everything. Make sure nothing's stuck to the carbon stirring rod. Give it a good shake. Oh well. Okay, you guys. I keep calling it casting 101. It's a real straightforward casting. There's nothing. You just gotta have your system in place. You gotta know. Like, I make sure this goes to a certain temperature and it works through a certain cycle that I like. I know how many wines I put on my machine. If you're using a vacuum machine, maybe we should do a little bit of vacuum casting too. I do that too. You know, when I mixed, and I'm consistent. I stay with the same type of wax, the red wax. I stay with that. Now, do I use other waxes? Yes. But for the casting 101, I maintain a kind of a rigid standard, if that makes any sense. Like, I'm using the red wax. I mix it. Yes, I mix my investment by eye, but I use Randolph and Ransom's, and I stick with their Ultravest Max with band dust. A really forgiving investment, really forgiving. For white gold, yellow gold, and silver. I don't mess around. I don't use a silver investment, or I don't change up investment. So I'm not changing anything. Oh, look at you. Hi, sweetie. And I think that's important. So I've got several other items to do, as you can see in there. I'm not going to drag on more castings for this video here. I'm trying to make my videos 10 minutes long. I'm trying to make them engaging. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button and tell your friends to follow me. Maybe post a link, copy the link and post it on your site, and tell people, hey, come on over. I'm trying to be non-political. I'm trying to be, maybe a little bit about the farm, a little bit about the dogs. Hi, sweetie. Hi, come on. No? That's a Pippi. She's still a little bit anxious. Okay, so like I say, hit the subscribe button. Hey, ask me questions if you want. I'm thinking about setting up some more cameras and see how this goes. I think I'm just shy of 2,000 subscribers. I've got a lot of watched hours. I'm monetizing, so that's kind of going good. So I haven't got one dislike, so that's a real positive thing. Cheers, everybody. I have nothing but positive feedback, so I think I'm headed in the right direction. Okay, so let's just can you see? We're just gonna grab that floss now. Remember, don't touch anything. Hey, put it back in for a few minutes. This has got 2 hours and 22 minutes, so if something happens, if the goats call out to me now and need a little bit of food or TLC, or the chickens are complaining, are you scooping stuff for me? Are you scooping stuff? Hi, sweetie. Put this down. Put this down somewhere where it's not going to catch your place on fire. This is stainless steel. It's got air underneath, and then I put it on its edge. See that? So it can cool properly. Some shops have a rack. They put it on a little metal rack. But even if I were to put it down like that, it's not the end of the world. Notice I got gloves on, eh? Eh? Okay? So that's got to sit for, well, actually, that's probably ready to go because they're such fine pieces. This is set up. If it were a larger piece, I would have kept it in the machine and I would have spun it some more and things like that. But the thing is, what I'm trying to say to you, this is casting 101. It's real straightforward. I could put this into the, right? I could put this right into the put that, let me just get the gloves off. Okay, I can put that right into the, and it's not going to be the end of the world. Okay, you guys, look at that, how beautiful that is. Now, I'm going to just show it to you right with the investment on it and everything like that. But that's the oxidization. That brown color is normal. But look at that. They all turned out just beautifully, right? Okay, so I'm going to just kind of walk you through this just a little bit. This little, can you see what's going on? Little files. And I just do my best to not scrape the surface of the piece that I'm trying to clean up here. Now, I just kind of go between the pieces. Look, I got a brush here. Okay. Get off all the big stuff. I'm going to make a career out of it, but just kind of get it all cleaned up. Right? Now into the ultrasound. Turn that on. Make sure the ultrasound's topped up. It works better if it's topped up. This thing here is busted for a reason. I put it to the side now and the water drains out and the old investment stays in there. It may sound silly, but after an hour or so, the bucket's empty of water, fluid water, and it's just the investment, the dry old investment, and I just throw it in the garbage. Okay? Don't need plaster. Plaster and sand. They can go to the landfill. Okay. Look at how quickly that cleans up in the ultrasound. Right? So, and you know, you go get yourself nice bristle brushes and stuff like that for around the shop. Right? Old toothbrushes work, but they're usually not strong enough. Okay. Clean up. Clean up your flask. And that, rinse it off. You don't want soapy water going into your pickle, right? And your pickle pot should be on. Well, it wasn't, but you know what? We got all day. We got more of these. Pickle pot. I just made some fresh pickle into the pickle. Casting 101. Okay, you guys, be kind to your animals. Stop by the barber every once in a while. And it's raining miserable outside, but have a nice day.